Well, hello everybody, it's Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. Gotta catch my breath. I just had to hoe a long row right there because I can't get my tractor in here now. I had to do it by hand. The garden is coming along really well right now. The greens are doing good. The 60-foot raised bed's doing good. We got the 2 arch trellises in now. Got some stuff planted around them. Hopefully they'll come up. The fingerling potatoes have all come up really nice. The red potatoes are just now starting to break the ground. The Cherokee yellow wax beans have not come up yet. And I realized when I made my rows up that I was following the edge of the tiller mark on the ground and not the edge of my other row. So that left me with a space down the middle here with nothing in it. And Wanda and I talked, and I told her, I says, you know what? I love peanuts. But we all know that regular peanuts is where a lot of pancreatic cancers and different things come from because of the funguses that grows on them. They have what's called a yellow alpha toxin type fungus that gets on them. Well, a friend of ours many years ago, Jen, we call her Jen and Mike from the Nut House in California, which now lives in the central part of the United States. Thumbs up on that. Sent us some jungle peanuts. Now, I had forgotten all about them for years and years. They've been in our deep freeze out there in my shop. While I was out there plundering around, I found these things. Now this is from 9/28 of 16 when we harvested them. They got like a little red stripe on them. These are some that we raised and saved ourselves from the ones that Jen gave us. Now, that's 2016. That's been in the freezer for quite a while. How many years is that?
Over 7 years, close to 8.
Almost 8 years, isn't it?
7.5.
Yeah. So
we had a nice crop that year of jungle peanuts.
We had a wonderful crop that year. But you know, I'm gonna go through here. I got some lime, because if you don't lime when you plant, you're just wasting your time. Well, if you're gonna put out any kind of fertilizer, whether it's organic or what it is, if that pH is not up where it needs to be, it's a waste of time. I've got some 824-24 because peanuts are a nitrogen fixer. My dad told me when he was a child, or a young adult, shall I say. Anybody younger than 40 now is a child to me. The government paid people to plant peanuts on their property because it built the soil back up. Imagine that. Imagine the government caring enough to get your soil built back up. It blows my mind, you know. But nevertheless, I'm using an 824-24 because peanuts, because they're a nitrogen fixer, does not need much nitrogen. Just needs a little bit to get going, and then the peanuts makes its nitrogen after that. But the 24 and 24, potassium and phosphorus, they do need, especially when it comes to blooming and stuff like that. Now normally when they bloom, I'll push them down and I'll put a little bit of lime right in the middle of the top of it during the blooming period. But we'll wait till they get to that point and we'll talk about that then. But right now I'm gonna lime it, I'm gonna fertilize it, I'm gonna rake the soil down the middle of it and kind of mend it all in a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and plant these 2016 jungle peanuts, because the jungle peanuts, they don't have the alpha toxin problem. They're actually the healthiest peanuts you can eat, and we're gonna see if we can make this happen, guys. A lot of y'all may ask about my hoe here. I don't really know what the name of it is. It's just it's made by Ames, AMES, established in 1774. I don't know if it calls a name of it. No, really, it's just a pointed hoe. I like it for making up rows and working in the garden and stuff. Funny joke, says 15-year warranty on this. I asked the owner of the hardware, I got this at a hardware store, by the way. I asked the owner of the hardware store, I said, 15-year warranty? I said, what does that mean? And I'm going to tell you exactly what he told me. And excuse my French, but he said, not a damn thing. You know, so I kind of took from that whatever happened to the handle or whatever happened to the hoe, I'm on my own, because it don't really mean nothing. He says they just put it on there. He said, I've never had nobody replace one of them. So, but nevertheless, now we're going to plant the jungle peanuts. And I'm going to put 2 seeds about every 1 foot apart. Peanuts cover a pretty big area. And yes, I do have the never bend over tool, but it's up in the barn and I'm down here. And it won't take me long to do this. You planted as many as I've planted in my life, you've got to stand up straight and do it. Guys, I'm using a rake in new ground because we got little pieces of wood, we got grass, because this was all just a field area at one time. I'm trying to clean it up as I go. Now I won't get all of it, but I'll get some of it. You can see all that grass up in there.
And it will resprout.
Yes, it's trying to now. Well, I guess we're about to come to the conclusion and see if the jungle peanuts that we saved from 2016 from our own crop has been in the freezer ever since, is still viable after all those years. We got 1 row of them here, and I love peanuts, so we're going to see if they're still any good. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.